I should have mentioned with Pete and Jimmy, your father, Emmett, he played a huge role there too. He was always in the background with Pete, but, always a huge influence in a positive direction for me when I was there too.
And he would be so happy, and he is so happy right now, knowing one of your kids, we're going to get to youth hockey in a minute, Matt has committed to Holy Cross, his alma mater. I'll tell you what, he's having a party in the sky thinking about that because he loved you. Speaking of guys that we both loved who are now in the sky, I remember my first year broadcasting that I went on a run in Vancouver, the team you're now playing, and Tom Webster was assisting Mo at the time, and he said, Tripp, why don't you come by the room this afternoon? We're going to look at some film. And, because I was a goalie, I didn't really understand systems. It was so unselfish of him. I ended up getting lost on a run in Stanley Park because I thought it was a circle. It wasn't, so I was late to the meeting. But Webby took me under his wing and taught me systematic things that still, I can't tell you how much they benefited me to this day. How did he influence you the most? God rest his soul, Tom Webster.
Yeah, what a tragic loss for the hockey world when he passed away last summer, just this past summer. You're so fortunate when you look back on your life, and I'm in my early 50s now, but it's all the people that you come across and the influence they have on you. And I mentioned, your dad and Jimmy Rutherford, Pete Carmanis, Tom Webster would be right at the top of that list. I was a young player coming from a small town in Canada at 16 to Windsor. I'd never been to a big city before. And, Tom was way ahead of his time. Tom wasn't the disciplinarian. Tom was the guy that could discipline, but you were a part of his family when you played for him. He had you over for dinner. You knew his kids. You knew his wife, Carol. He was an amazing person. And he's one of the first guys, that you looked at and said, boy, what a cool job and what a cool guy. Wouldn't that be a great way to make a living? Even though, it wasn't on my radar at the time. I think I was open to the idea of coaching because he had done it. And I think Paul would say the same. He was the guy that pushed Paul into coaching when he quit playing. And so Tommy's got a special place in a lot of people's hearts that he touched. And, we could all be so lucky, but to leave a legacy like he's left behind, once we're gone.